After 10 tense innings, the Dodgers finally defeated the Rockies 6-4. Game 3 of the series drew plenty of attention from fans, especially because Shohei Ohtani entered the game with a chance to homer for the third consecutive game. After repeatedly sending the ball out of the park in the first 2 games, expectations surrounding him continued to rise. However, this time Ohtani endured a very difficult day at the plate and could not maintain his previous offensive surge. Ohtani finished the game hitless in 4 at-bats. He drew 1 walk, but also struck out twice, ending his streak of 4 consecutive games with at least 1 hit. In the first inning, Ohtani showed an aggressive approach by attacking the very first pitch. Kyle Freeman threw a low fastball, and Ohtani immediately swung, but he was unable to make strong enough contact to drive the ball. The result was a ground ball towards second base that the Rockies' defense easily converted into an out. In the third inning, Ohtani showed more patience in his next matchup with Freeland. He extended the at-bat to a 2-2 count, but on the decisive pitch, Freeland's cutter prevented Ohtani from making the contact he wanted. The result was once again a ground ball to second base, giving him his second consecutive ground out. Ohtani's third plate appearance came in the 4th inning, with the Dodgers already leading 4-0 and 2 outs in the inning. This time, he faced left-handed reliever Markman Freddie and adopted a more patient approach. Ohtani refused to chase pitches outside the strike zone and eventually drew a walk. Immediately afterward, Andy Pages recorded a hit that allowed Ohtani to advance to second base and gave the Dodgers another scoring opportunity. With his acceleration and excellent ability to read plays, Ohtani could even consider advancing to third if the Rockies' defense reacted slowly or made a small mistake. That is also what makes him especially dangerous whenever he reaches base. Ohtani creates pressure not only with pure speed, but also with his ability to make extremely quick decisions, forcing opposing infielders to execute almost perfectly in every moment. For that reason, the Rockies' defense immediately reacted aggressively to prevent him from gaining any additional advantage. However, what reportedly happened next went far beyond the boundaries of a normal defensive play. According to slow-motion television replays, the Rockies' second baseman reportedly deliberately used his arm to obstruct Ohtani's path while he was accelerating. Rather than simply focusing on controlling the ball or making a legal tag, the action reportedly created direct contact in Ohtani's running lane. That was what made the play particularly dangerous. When a runner is moving at high speed, even an unexpected impact to the upper body can completely disrupt his center of gravity. Ohtani reportedly had almost no time to slow down or adjust his direction before the collision occurred. He immediately lost his balance and fell hard to the ground in visible pain. The moment reportedly caused the atmosphere inside the stadium to erupt. Dodgers fans in attendance stood up almost simultaneously when they saw the team's biggest star still lying on the field. The concern was even greater because Ohtani is a two-way player, meaning any injury to his shoulder, hips, knees, or upper body could potentially affect both his hitting and pitching. For a player who has to manage such an unusual workload, an awkward fall could have consequences lasting far beyond a single game. The Dodgers' medical staff came onto the field to evaluate Ohtani. Doctors and physical therapists quickly checked the area that had absorbed the impact, his range of motion, and the level of pain he was experiencing. Meanwhile, several teammates gathered around second base looking deeply concerned. Andy Pages, Freddie Freeman, and several other Dodgers players were reportedly seen repeatedly speaking with the umpiring crew and asking for clarification about exactly how the collision had occurred. The replay angles, therefore, became the most important evidence. The umpires needed to examine when the Rockies' second baseman extended his arm, where the ball was located, Ohtani's running path, and whether the defender had a safer alternative. Those small details are what separate an unavoidable collision from deliberate obstruction. Fortunately for the Dodgers, the initial examination reportedly showed no serious injury to Ohtani. After receiving treatment on the field for several minutes, he was able to stand up and continue playing. However, the fact that Ohtani avoided a serious injury did not reduce the reported danger of the play. In high-speed situations, a fortunate outcome cannot be used to justify an action that could easily have caused much more serious consequences. After conferring and reviewing the play, the umpiring crew reportedly decided to eject the Rockies' second baseman. The decision indicated that the umpires believed the action had gone beyond the limits of a legal defensive play. The immediate ejection also served an important game management purpose. If the player had remained in the game while the Dodgers were visibly angry, the risk of a confrontation could have increased significantly. The umpiring crew also reportedly filed a report with MLB for further review after the game. That was especially important because an in-game penalty only addresses the situation at the moment it occurs. MLB could then take a closer look at intent, danger, and precedent to determine whether additional discipline was necessary. After that incident, Ohtani's next major opportunity came in the ninth inning with the score tied 4-4. The Dodgers had a runner on first with one out, and Ohtani stepped into the batter's box in a situation that could have completely changed the game. One extra base hit could have moved the runner into an excellent scoring position, while a home run would have given the Dodgers the lead. However, Ohtani was still unable to produce the decisive hit and struck out for the second time in the game. Although Ohtani went hitless, Roki Sasaki delivered a relatively solid outing on the pitching side. The Japanese pitcher completed 5 innings and allowed only 2 runs. He left the mound with the Dodgers still leading and in position to earn his 6th win of the season. However, the bullpen failed to preserve the advantage, leaving Sasaki with a no decision. Brock Stewart took over in the 6th inning and delivered a steady frame without allowing the Rockies to score. That allowed the Dodgers to maintain control before the game moved into the late innings. However, things became more difficult in the 7th when Alex Vesia entered the game. Vesia appeared close to finishing the inning after recording 2 outs, but then issued a walk. That mistake became particularly costly when Mickey Moniak stepped up next and hit a 2-run home run, bringing both runners home and tying the game at 4-4. Moniak's home run not only tied the score, but also cost Sasaki the opportunity to be credited with the win. After the game returned to a tie, neither team was able to score again during the remainder of regulation. Both pitching staffs controlled the available offensive opportunities, forcing the game into extra innings. With an automatic runner already in scoring position, the Dodgers quickly applied pressure, and the visiting lineup handled the opportunity effectively. Rather than trying to force a home run, the Dodgers focused on putting the ball in play and gradually creating the run they needed. Freddie Freeman came to the plate in an extremely important situation and hit a sacrifice fly to left field. Although the play did not count as a hit, it accomplished the most important objective by bringing the runner home and giving the Dodgers a 5-4 lead. In a game that had already reached the 10th inning, that run was extremely valuable because it forced the Rockies to score in the bottom half just to keep the game alive. The Dodgers were not finished. Mookie Betts followed with an RBI single to center field. It was also Betts' 3rd hit of the game and extended the Dodgers' lead to 6-4. The 2-run cushion made a significant difference because the bullpen no longer had to protect a fragile 1-run advantage. Tanner Scott was then given the responsibility of closing out the game in the bottom of the 10th. Under the pressure of protecting the lead in extra innings, Scott remained composed and did not allow Colorado to score. He recorded 3 consecutive outs to preserve the 6-4 score and officially finish a very difficult game. The victory completed a 3-game sweep for the Dodgers at Coors Field. Although Ohtani did not have a productive day at the plate and Sasaki lost his chance to earn the win because of the bullpen, the Dodgers still found a way to win through contributions from multiple areas of the roster. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with the biggest MLB fan you know.